Hello everyone, I welcome you all to EduTap. So here is lecture number 46 under your fast track series. So in this series we're trying to cover ESI and Finance current affairs which are important for your exams of RBI Grade B and NABARD Gr A of 2019. Okay, so as I've told you about the ESI and Finance current affairs, this series would be covering both these things for important for your exams. And if you're preparing for NABARD, particularly NABARD of 2019, then you have to refer to a separate series called as ARD in News. Therein we have covered agriculture and rural development current affairs right from the month of January, and we are still covering it from past year and this year also. Okay. So telling you about our previous results, you can see here that RBI Grade B of 2017, 27 of our students got selected. And in NABARD Grade A of 2018, there were 46 generalist seats, and out of those seats, 26 were taken by EduTapians. RBI Grade B of 2018, 280 of our students, they have been through the interview phase, so we are still awaiting the final confirmation and we are expecting a brilliant result here. Okay. So coming to our lecture of the day, let us start with ESI section first, then we'll move on to finance, and we are also going to discuss the MCQs derived from the same news. Okay, so the days covered are mentioned here, February 11th to 15th. And we have brought two videos starting from the February 1st till 10th. You must go and revise those videos as well. Okay, so let us see what is your first news. This is about the first Law Asia Human Rights Conference. So this was the first human rights conference organized by Law Asia. Law Asia is basically the organization which has organized it in association with the Bar Association of India. So this is very important. Human Rights Conference which was organized by Law Asia, the international organization, in collaboration with Bar Association of India. So this was the first inaugural edition of this Human Rights Conference, and it was organized in the national capital of New Delhi. So this is important. The theme of the conference was State Power, Business and Human Rights, the Contemporary Challenges. So you can see here, business, human rights and the power of the state were tackled and discussed in this particular conference. Just keep in mind which body has organized it, what is it related to, and its relevance also I've mentioned here, that a unique opportunity for lawyers and the associated professional members, they could come together on the same platform and discuss their expertise on this very important topic of human rights. So topics like gender, sexuality, climate change, water conflicts, all these were taken up along with human rights in this particular conference. So this is very important. All these topics have become the hot topics nowadays. Climate change, you know, is very important. Then water conflicts are going on, India being a part of it. So all these things are important, and they were discussed under this human rights conference. So yes, that would be it from this news. Also keep in mind the place, the city where this conference has taken place. Okay, so shall we move forward to next news? Okay, so this is about the initiative which has been launched by India and Norway jointly. So Norway and India have launched this initiative to combat marine pollution. See, this is very important. Our Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they have signed this agreement with Norway so as to combat the pollution which is related to your marine environment. Now, marine environment is very important. I will tell you. Okay, I will ask you this question. Try to recall the sustainable development goal, the 17 goals there are. So the SDG which is related to your marine pollution or the marine environment, just try to recall that if you are able to. SDGs are very important for you guys. Okay. Now, this particular marine pollution is also related to your blue economy. That is why we are discussing this news here. Let us see what this blue economy is. See, this economy refers to the range of economic uses of the ocean and the coastal resources. So the resources which are there present in the ocean and at the coast, their use of them and the potential use, economic use of them, is under the blue economy, and this has gained momentum nowadays a lot. The things which come under the blue economy are, some of them I've mentioned here. Energy, obviously petroleum would be there, and energy resources. Then shipping is very important. Fisheries, aquaculture, tourism, all these are a part of blue economy. Okay, so carbon storage and carbon sequestration, which is again related to your climate, related to your marine health is a part of your blue economy. Obviously sustainable development is related to this, so this is very important. Keep this in mind that what this blue economy is, and especially when India has signed this agreement with Norway, so this becomes all the more important for us. Okay, you can see in the picture here our Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his counterpart from Norway, they are signing and discussing this agreement. Okay, so this is important. The report World Employment and Social Outlook. See, this report has been released by ILO. All the reports, indexes are very important for your exam. They have been asked earlier and they are expected to be asked again also. So we will see about this report. First of all, International Labour Organization, the United Nations body. We have discussed this body many times. I am not going to discuss ILO again. We had discussed that. I will just give you a hint that it is a tripartite body, and recently the 100 years of ILO were also celebrated, that we have covered in our GA video. Okay, so this report is about World Employment and Social Outlook, and it deals basically with employment, unemployment, labor force participation, etc. And let us see what are the key findings of this report and the trends of 2019. What are the trends going to be and what were there in the past year are discussed here. So let us see the findings. See, the report has so many findings, but here in this particular video I have incorporated the important ones which are important for you guys. Anyways, you must know the report, its releasing organization and the important findings. Okay, so anyways, let us see the findings now. So it is first of all, the finding of this report is that poor job quality is a prime concern. So that means the job quality is not as per the requirement, as per the expectations of the people. Then second is gender gap in labor force participation. Again, very important, gender gap. There was also a report we had discussed about that. So LFPR of women particularly stands at 48% in the year 2018. As compared to the 75% of the LFPR of men. So you can see here such a huge gender gap here. Only 48% of women are in the labor force and 75% of men. So this is a very important finding of this report. Apart from that, the report has pointed out the decent work deficit. So the people who are employed globally in 2018, they have experienced a lack of well-being and economic security. So that means despite they have a job, they are earning, people think that they are lacking the material well-being despite of having a job. So that is the work deficit which is this report is pointing to. Okay, then third point is the unemployment. Okay, this is a very important thing, that at the global level the employment scenario was discussed and unemployment rate is considered to be 5% in the year 2018. Then again related to this only, unemployment only, labor underutilization is also there among women particularly. So that means the women who are employed, their labor is not utilized as per the potential. So that means potential labor force is still there, they are able to work but they are not able to be in the work. So this is the finding of this report by ILO. These were some very important findings under this report. Do keep them in mind, and do keep ILO also in mind. That is a very important body as it has just completed its 100 years. So a centenary celebration was there also in India. So that also we had discussed. Okay, so we are done with your finance ESI section. Now we will see about your finance section. So 11th to 14th Feb is discussed here. Okay, so this is about the withdrawal of the MFN status to Pakistan by India. Now this news, see, I have just mentioned it here because I wanted to discuss this MFN status with you guys, and this is very important as per the World Trade Organization. Okay, so first this news is about that the withdrawal of MFN status for Pakistan by India. This was actually taken as a measure when there was this CRPF personnel attack in Pulwama, Jammu Kashmir. So as per a reaction, India had come up with this withdrawal of status. Now for us it is important to know what is this MFN status. So most favored nation status. See, India has actually conferred upon this status not only to Pakistan but all the nations in 1996. Now you need to know what this status means. So GATT, this is the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, which is now WTO. So according to its Article 1, every WTO member country has to accord MFN status. So as per the name, you can think that most favored nation goes to a particular nation which you are favoring in terms of trade, but let me tell you that it is a misnomer. Actually, MFN status means non-discrimination. So that means that you are treating all the nations equally and not giving any special treatment to a particular nation. So that is the meaning of the MFN status. So that means if India has taken the MFN status back from Pakistan, that means that we are not going to treat equally as per the other nations. So that was the meaning of MFN, and you have to know that it is related to your WTO. Okay, and let me tell you that all these important organizations also we have covered in our ESI 5 MCQs day series. You can go there and cover up all your international organizations. So another important fact about this MFN status was that though India had given MFN status to Pakistan earlier, but Pakistan never reciprocated. That means Pakistan did not give this MFN status to India, but anyways now India has taken this status back, so we are covering it here. Okay, so our next and final news is about the India's exports to China. So see, this was just there in the PIB, that is why I have taken it here. It is important, you have to know that what is the export-import balance of India and China. See, India's in this particular year of fiscal year 2019 to 20, India's export to China is expected to reach an all-time high. Now, are you guys able to recall the trade war we had discussed about, which is still going on between US and China? So there was a kind of trade war going on. There were imposition and the bannings laid upon each other. So one of the countries which is going to benefit from this trade war of US and China is India, and that is what we are seeing here. So the products which are going to be exported to China from India would include these products you can see here. So state of trade also have mentioned here that the top exports are to China from India are cotton, copper and organic chemicals. So these are going to derive the trade balance again, and the imports from China are electrical machinery, again fertilizers, a very important thing, and organic chemicals. So a background just of trade between India and China, you can see here that India has a huge trade deficit with China, US dollar 63 billion in the year 2017-18. So that means exports to China were stand at 13.3 billion, imports were more than 76 billion. So this is a huge deficit which India has with China. So there was this important protocol signed by the Department of Commerce. We can see here this, you must know that what all India is going to export to China. It includes Indian rice, then Indian fish meal and Indian tobacco. So these are three important things. Recently protocols were signed, so that is why I have mentioned them here. Just go through them once and you will be done with this news. Okay, do keep in mind this number is important for you guys. Okay. So now we are done with your finance news also. Let us try to solve your MCQs. Okay, so your very first question is, I would recommend you guys to pause the video and then try to recall the answer. Okay, do let me know about your score at the end of this video. So your question 1 is, first Law Asia Human Rights Conference was recently organized in India in a collaboration with which of the following? So this question is itself telling you that it was the first Law Asia Conference, Human Rights Conference. So it was in collaboration with, is it UNHRC, United Nations Human Rights Council, ADB, BRICS, Amnesty International, or none of the above? See, ADB is your Asian Development Bank, BRICS is your acronym for the 5 economies. India is a part of it. You must know what this BRICS stand for. Amnesty International is actually the NGO which is working for human rights only. But our answer to this question is option E. None of the above given are actually in collaboration with Law Asia. Bar Association of India would have been the answer here. Okay, moving to question 2. Which of the following is not considered a part of blue economy? See, it's not a direct question, rather it has been inferred from the question we had discussed, the marine pollution related to between India and we had seen the country with which we had signed, Norway. So blue economy, it has been asked to you. Is it not is very important, which is not considered a part of blue economy. Aquaculture, energy, shipping, animal husbandry and mining. So you can see here, although indirectly animal husbandry could also be related, because anyhow the blue economy is related to your aquaculture, shipping, farming also, but directly we can see here that these are more prominent answers. If we have to choose one answer, it has to be animal husbandry only. Okay, question 3. The report World Economic and Social Outlook has been released by which of the following? This is very important. You must know the findings also, the recent one. So the organization here is ILO. So International Labour Organization has released this report. So option B answer. Okay, in the year 2017-18, India's trade deficit with China is, so you have to see, this is a typical question. You have to remember the figure here. I told you during the explanation also. So your guesswork would not be working here. Okay, so options B and D are same. Okay, let us not get confused. If you know the answer, the option A is actually correct. Okay, so your solutions, do let me know about your score. And that would be it from this lecture, guys. If you guys have any query, I would recommend you to visit our website www.edutap.co.in. You can call us or even WhatsApp us at this number 8146-207-241. And if you still have a query, then you can mail us at hello@edutap.co.in. And telling you about the Telegram channel of EduTap, you can just go there and be a member of it, so that you can download the PDF of this particular lecture and the previous lectures also, which would be helpful for your revision. And if you like this video, do not forget to click like, do subscribe to our channel EduTap, and do share this video. Wishing you all a very happy learning from the team EduTap. See you in the next video, guys. Keep learning.